What up? It's what Incredible Man. Yes, I'm back at it again, and this is Dr. Stone, episode 11, discussion slash review. And for me personally, I'm gonna be honest and say one of the best episodes because it touched me, man. Like if it really didn't feel like that to you, that's your opinion. But to me, as a glasses wearer myself, I felt everything that Suika was going through, and even Ginro, I felt exactly what they were going through. And I know that feeling was hard to see and everything as a glasses user myself. So this episode meant so much more to me emotionally because I know exactly what they were going through without being able to see and having the fuzzies and everything. So yes, best episode to me, man, especially on an emotional level, because I felt everything that they were feeling and how it's always hard to see certain things. And I rock my glasses, man. I mean, contacts is cool, but I love my glasses. But let's get into this episode, man. Okay, right off the bat, it got right into exactly what I was discussing just a few moments ago, and that is the glass and the glasses and everything, because Senku knew exactly what they needed to create the all-cure medicine, and that was they needed beakers and glasses and chemistry bottles and everything. They needed that to make the medicine so they can see what they're doing, and the glass holds up so much better in heat compared to clay clay pots. So yeah, man. So that's what this episode was going to be about. We knew that from the few moments we got. So then he also stated that he kind of figured that Suika had that on so she could see, and she has pinhole. He said something like pinhole or something like that. But anyway, it's nearsightedness, so she can't see things like that. So I mean, I understand. I know because I wear glasses. But so this episode was creating her glasses and finding someone to create the chemistry set that they needed to make everything. So let's talk about that whole part in the beginning first. So we get to the point to where we find out that Suika is nearsighted. She can't see. So Senku comes up with the brilliant idea to make her glasses because we needed the glass to make the chemistry set stuff. So he found some of the stuff in Chrome's little hideout, but it wasn't enough, so they had to go get more. So they went and got more, and everybody's kind of contributing to the part. But can we talk about the fact that Suika's actually very, very pretty when she takes off the little watermelon head thing? So that was very nice to see her take that off and see that she's actually a very beautiful girl. But she looks like a little old lady when she squints because she can't see without the thing because it focuses her vision. So then we have Senku and Chrome and even Suika and Kohaku going to get the materials needed to make the glass, and we have Chrome, Senku, and Suika making the glasses and refining them so she can see through them, while we also have Ginro and Ginro training with Kohaku to be able to defeat Magma, because they want to give Rui Ni the cure-all medicine when they finish completing it. But in that process, all of that happened, but now Senku and Chrome had everything they needed to make the containers of glass and everything, but they tried their hardest to the glass blow it and whip it and turn it and make it all pretty like how it's supposed to be, but they just couldn't get it right. They wasn't turning it fast enough. They wasn't steady. They wasn't keeping it steady. But that's when Chrome remembers that there's someone in the village that is a craftsman. So then we get, oh dude, what is his name? Oh, I gotta look it up. I can't think of his name. Oh man. I know it. Okay. Kaseki. Okay, then we have Kaseki that Chrome went and got from the village. And he is making the glass containers. And that is what we saw in the preview thing. And that it was a beautiful sight, man. Let's be real. Every aspect of this episode was still just as beautiful. And the comedy was there. Dr. Stone brings that every week. And this week was no exception, man. It brought everything that we loved about Dr. Stone. and it progressed the story, of course, but we got introduced to another character, which is always great, man. I love that about Dr. Stone. But anyway, we got introduced to Kaseki, and we found out that he made the shield that Kohaku's toting on her back, but he made it for her father a long time ago. But he's been a craftsman for 50 years, dude. Like, so we know that like the time span for everything is like I want to say it's so in that time span, like when when the stone people were still stone, and however they were a village and there was someone that wasn't turned to stone, Kaseki was making crafts and stuff for 50 years, man. And then he made the bridge that they walk on to go back and forth. So dude is a legit craftsman. So then we have Senku, and well, before I get to that point, let's talk about the fact of when Suika finally got the glass pieces put inside her watermelon head, and she could see everything so clearly. And when they showed the sunflower, that was absolutely beautiful, man. I love that whole sunflower. It was absolutely fantastic. That was a beautiful shot for them to show. And every week, Dr. Stone brings the beautiful animation and the quality. It feels so real and simplistic. There's not like a overdrawn of anything, like, you know, like color wise. Everything is like your colors that you'd find in Earth itself, and just seeing everything brought to life, which is such a beauty. So then we have Kaseki seeing Chrome and Senku mess up with the with the glass blowing and turning, and he was like, I think they're doing this on purpose and trying to mess with me. So then dude breaks out of the ropes, and he's super buff, and then he starts to make it, and dude is like perfect. And that's what surprises me and entertained me as well, because he made this and he never seen how it was done or knew anything about it, because they don't have glass in that time. But for him to come out and make it, I agree 10 billion% with Senku that he's a true craftsman. I mean, people like him, you find people like him in every generation that's truly talented in making stuff that they don't even have to be trained about. It's just so fantastic, man, to see that type of stuff, and I love Dr. Stone for it. But also this episode was quite informative as well, because we also learned that Ginro, no, is it Ginro? Hold on, I get them so confused. Kinro. Okay, I got him confused. I knew it was, but Kinro has the fuzzies as well. That's why he kind of loses focus in a fight a little bit, because he's trying to determine the distance, but he can't really grasp the concept because he has the fuzzies. So I love that, and I'm hoping that they get him some glasses, because if they get him some glasses, I think he could easily defeat Magma. I do. That's just my opinion. But I'm super excited to see where next week's episode go, man. That's pretty much all that happened this episode. Oh, and then we see where we have Ginro and Ginro bringing the comedy as usual, and we have Ginro telling Senku that well, you know, if you was to give us some gold and silver spears, we'd probably defeat Magma a lot easier, don't you think? So then we have that whole moment, and we have Senku telling him that, you know, I can give you that, but it's going to be hard to get it because we got to get some other stuff. So I love that fact, man. Sorry about the train. But that's pretty much all that happened this episode, and I gotta say, I loved it again. I love getting introduced to newer characters, and the story progressed. And like I said at the beginning of this video, man, I felt some type of way because it was a glasses episode, and you know, you guys see me wearing my glasses, man. So I felt it on some emotional level, and it was one of the best episodes in my opinion, because I resonated with the characters, because I have the fuzzies. But this is your boy, Nick Incredible, man. Don't forget to smash that like button till you can't smash it anymore. Comment down below, and I'll be sure to respond to each and every one of them, and subscribe, but only if you really want to, man. And remember that anime matters, anime is greatness, and anime is life, man. Peace out.